Hello and welcome to the Inside the Flight Deck channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at what a flight plan is and how professional pilots create one step by step. We'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe to our channel. A flight plan is a document submitted to air traffic control before a flight that contains key information about the trip, such as route, departure and destination. Planned altitude. Departure and arrival times. Aircraft type. Fuel on board. Crew and equipment detail. Alright, now we're going to create our flight plan. Open Google and search for SimBrief.com. Once on the SimBrief homepage, click the first result and proceed to the dispatch menu. Then, open the database query section. If you don't already have an account, you'll need to create one first. I've already created my account, so I'll go ahead and sign in. Click on New Flight to begin creating your flight plan. First, enter the airline name. Each airline has its own registration code. Charlie Papa November. Enter the flight number, 2506. Departure Airport Oscar, India, India, India. Destination Airport Oscar, India, Bravo, Victor. Alternate airport is the backup airport used if landing at the destination becomes impossible. We set it to auto for automatic selection. In the next section, we set the aircraft type to be 737-800. Climb profile defines how the aircraft ascends after takeoff that we select this speed. Cruise is the main flight phase at constant altitude, and we set it to Mach 0.78. Descent profile defines how the aircraft decreases altitude before landing. This speed should be selected. ATC callsign is set to Charlie Alpha Sierra 109. An ATC callsign is the unique radio identifier used by air traffic control to communicate with a specific flight. OFP layout is the format of the operational flight plan, and it is set to Lido. AIRAC cycle is the regular update of aeronautical data, and it is set to the latest cycle. Units are set to kilograms, and the flight map detail is set to detailed view. Taxi out/in is the estimated time for taxiing before departure and after landing, set to 20 minutes. Flight rules determine how the flight is conducted. Visual or instrument flight rules, and it is set to IFR. Type of flight is set to scheduled. Alternate count is the number of alternate airports, set to 1. Scheduled block time is the planned total flight time from departure to arrival, and it is set to 210. Departure runway is 29R, and arrival runway is 11. Altitude is 11,000 feet, with 184 passengers on board. Freight refers to the cargo weight carried on the aircraft, set to 550 kilograms. Payload is the total weight of passengers, baggage, and cargo, set to 18,950 kilograms. Zero fuel weight is the total weight of the aircraft without usable fuel, set to 60,950 kilograms. In fuel planning, we enter the different fuel quantities for the aircraft. Contingency fuel is extra fuel carried for unexpected situations, set to 5%. Reserve fuel is the minimum fuel required for safety after landing, and it is set to auto. Taxi fuel is the fuel used during ground operations before takeoff, set to 300 kg. Block fuel is the total fuel loaded on the aircraft before departure, set to 10,075 kilograms. Arrival fuel is the estimated fuel remaining upon landing, set to 3,500 kilograms. MEL fuel is fuel allocated for minimum equipment list considerations, set to 300 kilograms. ATC fuel is extra fuel for air traffic control delays, set to 500 kilograms. WXX fuel is weather contingency fuel, set to 800 kilograms. Extra fuel is additional discretionary fuel, set to 500 kilograms. Tankering fuel is extra fuel carried to reduce refueling at the destination, set to 500 kilograms. In the next section, we enter crew details such as pilot ID, captain name, and other crew information. Also in the next section, the route is displayed, showing the airway from Tehran to Lavin Island. Then, click Generate Flight to create the flight plan. The flight plan has been generated. Now scroll down and download the PDF file. Thanks for watching.